Hello, September 6th, this is Paul Case. I want to give you a little tractor tour of my barn. We're going to go on left side first. This is my 1086 Identity Crisis. It's got a half of a 1486 hood on it. This is early 80s. I don't know for sure what year, but yeah, it does have the double stripe. And it's got the red hood on the lower part of it. Haven't had it for a couple years. Use it to bale with. This is the first tractor I ever purchased. It is a W6 McCormick Deering. Same motor as an M Farmall. It's got a mounted post driver on the front. We put aftermarket hydraulic setup that runs off the distributor on it. I gave $100 for that tractor when I was 13 and the motor was stuck on it. My dad helped me get it all to going again. There's some tractors in here that are not mine. This is a 400 Farmall wide front, belongs to Dakota. Got at least another tractor down there. There's a 74 Chevy C60 and a 76 Chevy C60 spreader trucks. Bought them, had them when we was growing chickens. This here's my Case 930 row crop diesel. It's a pretty good old tractor. Got to do all front end loader on it. This has very few hours, actual hours on it. It shows like 2,904 or something like that, maybe 5 now. It used to about 2 hours yesterday. Pulling out their square barrel. That is a super good loader tractor. And this here's my 47 Chevy pickup, 3/4 ton. Been repowered with a little bit newer motor. Painted it up several years ago. Haven't done a lot with it. I've been looking into getting antique tags, but insurance just would eat you alive to insure it. They couldn't do nothing but set. So, right here is a project I bought. I actually bought this tractor for parts. I've sold a few parts off of it, as you can tell. It's got 3-point on the back of it. And then I bought that tractor there. It has a rear end's bad on it, and I was going to marry him because I believe that one of the rear end's okay. That's just a parts tractor H Farmall. Next thing you'll see here is my dad's tractor. I guess we missed one down there behind my pickup. It's a WD Alice. It was the first tractor my mom and dad ever bought. This is a M Farmall. My dad bought this from an acquaintance of his, friends of my mom. Whenever Goodrich closed, they moved to Alabama, and a couple years later they had a sale and sold all their stuff in their land. And this M wide front was in that deal. Never looked like this the whole time he was using it. And he helped each one of my boys paint up a H. My oldest son has a H that belonged to my granddad. My granddad bought it when it was just a year or two old. And Dad helped him paint it all up, and they drove in some parades. And then I'm going to show you another H here in just a minute that he helped Dakota paint all up. So my two boys and I stole this tractor from where my dad had left it set and hooked onto a brush hog in the woods on a place I bought from him. And we brought it home, and without him knowing it, in October. And we got a new set of tires for the back of it, or really good ones. And then we mounted up a nice set for the front and fixed the fuel system all up on it. And fixed the electrical system. He just had it where he was touching a wire to the starter to start it. And, we fixed all that to where it works right. Got an on and off switch again and a push button deal. And the tractor runs really good. It really don't use any oil, but it's just kind of rough. My boys and I painted it up, and we gave it back to my dad for Christmas. Scott actually hand stenciled that M on there, painted it on there with a little brush. He was ever surprised. Now, he looked at me whenever we took that down there on the day before Christmas Eve, and he said, I used to have a tractor like that. Never was that nice looking, though. And this is the H that I actually had acquired this, traded one of my propane tanks from this chicken farm for this tractor, and it belongs to Dakota. Him and my dad painted it all up. We used it just, you know, putting around here, messing around, and figured out it's probably pretty good. But now the transmission's locked up. It's hung in gear and we can't get it out. And we've got another tractor down there that's got a good rear end. We're gonna maybe just swap the whole rear end. This H right here belonged to a man who went to a church I pastored called Schwartz Prairie Baptist Church, south of Seneca, Missouri. That man's name's Don Boyer, and Don told me that his dad bought this one. It wasn't very old. This H is the newest one of any of them we've got, the H Farmall. This is a bare bones stock kind of a thing. He said, now the tire went flat since I've had it, but it had about as good a tread as the one on this side, and he said that that tire was on it when his dad bought it. And so I wouldn't be surprised that one front tire wasn't on it when his dad bought it. This H here belonged to my dad's brother, Don. They called it the new H, and they always used it to pull sycamore with, and they had a front end loader went on it. And my cousin Gary had it, and he had given me their old H, and I never went and picked it up. And I called him asking if it was still there. He said, no, I let somebody else have it. You didn't come get it. But you can have the new H if you want it. It's got problems. And so I went and picked it up, and I fixed the problems, and I put a 3-point on the back of this one. I just don't use them very much. They're not real super handy. Next tractor there is a Cub, not a Cub Lowboy, just a Cub International Harvester. It's a newer one, probably up in the 60s. Bought it from a neighbor of mine, does have belly mower on it. Has a flat front tire. That's my lawnmower. Then I have my 300. This tractor when I bought it had a loader on it, and we took the loader off, and I traded the loader to Scott, and the loader off permits on a 930 now. But this little tractor right here, it starts just about any time you want. It has live PTO, does not have power steering, does not have a 2-point lift like a lot of them did, and the TA has been taken out. The tractor works really good though. I like it. This is a D17 that also belongs to my dad. I picked it up and gave it to him for his birthday 2 years ago. He never got it. Never want to do anything with it, I guess. The next tractor you're going to see here is a 966 International. Cab, air conditioning. I'm pretty sure the tach reads original hours. It's somewhere 6 or 7,000. Pretty good tractor. Works good on that disc motor. This tractor here, I think y'all have seen before. It's if you can read, you can tell what it is. It's a Case International 1494. I got this when I done some trading for a couple other tractors, and believe it or not, I wound up buying another tractor from the guy and 2 hay balers. I still got one of the hay balers, and I got this tractor, and this tractor was the best one out of the whole deal, even though it didn't cost as much as one of them. That was one of his tractors I lost money on, but this tractor I found to be a pretty good thing. I thought the motor was stuck on it when we went and looked at it. We couldn't pull it to see because the tires was all blowed out, and it had a front end loader on it that was on the ground. But I put a new starter on it after I figured out the motor wasn't stuck, and that son of a gun just runs. You just hit the button and it's running. And I've got a couple items. One of them's not really, well, I got 2 tractors in here and a forklift. This is a Super M Farmall. Purchased it a few years ago from a man I knew pretty well from his estate. You can't see it really good. They have went through great pains on this tractor to make sure it had a dual spool valve. You can see it there by the seat. It's got a live hydraulic pump. It also has the 2-stage pump. It would have been the stage 1 super, but it's got the two-way valve on it, and the belly pump they fixed up to work a 3-point that's on it, and it had a front end loader on it when I bought it, but the motor was stuck. And I sold the front end loader off and got as much out of the front end loader as I get for the tractor. Dakota and I messed with it a little while and got it stuck. I guess I lied again. Got 3 tractors in here. And my Clark 6,000-pound forklift needs new tires. This is a Farmall regular, and we repowered it. Got this from a friend of mine. His dad was in the nursing home, and they was looking at possibly selling his dad's collection of old Farmalls. He had a bunch of F-Series and regulars, and I asked him if I could go look at them. They said sure. So I go go down there and look at them, and I look them all over, and I never could get them to tell me a price on them, and I don't know what the deal was. They thought I was going to cheap out on them, or what the deal was, and I don't know if they ever even sold them. But this one belonged to Roger, and he gave it to me. He said, if you want it, you can have it. That's the same price I got it for. He said it's all complete. Well, when I went down there to get it, his dad, who wasn't in his right mind at times, had took the motor all apart, and you can see oil pans missing. I think I got some of the parts with it. They pulled the pistons out of it, and the magnet is gone. And I'm like, that's just an awful lot of trouble to fix up one that's just going to be a hand crank start. And so I repowered this tractor with a 13 horsepower Honda motor and run it off a belt. It's just nothing really but to drive around and play with, but it does move on its own power, and it'll get right around just about like it would if you was driving it on the original motor, except it goes putt because it's got a single cylinder Honda motor. I'm going to turn around here. I lied to you again. There's 4 tractors in here. This is an 8-in Ford. I never wanted a Ford. But this one had belonged to my mom's dad, Henry Sylvie, and it just so happens that I became acquainted pretty well. My granddad sold it when he sold the farm, and I became pretty well acquainted with the man's nephew that bought it, and that man got ill, and his nephew went up there and took care of his place for him and everything. And when he passed away, his widow said, if you want that tractor and stuff, you can just have it all if you'll clean it all up, because I need to sell the place or whatever. And so he calls me and he says, hey, I got a tractor you need. And I'm like, well, I doubt it, because I got too many of them. He says, no, I think you'll want this one. I said, what is it? He said, an 8-in Ford. And I said, I don't have no use for an 8-in Ford. He said, it was your grandpa's. I said, well, I guess I want it then. And it does run it. I just haven't used it for some time. Last time I used it, I was mowing. This little tractor right here is more affectionately known as the Yeller tractor. It is a 580 case diesel, front end loader on it. We fixed all kinds of attachments to slide in the bucket. I actually bought this when I was growing chickens. Really, really handy to clean out chicken houses with. Bucket held a bunch. Hydraulics work fast, you know, and we use it for everything, literally everything. This little tractor here just got a 4-cylinder motor in. It's the same tractor and loader as what the backhoes had, and the back tires are fluided on it, and it's got a full rack. You can already see them in the picture. It's got a full rack suitcase weights, 5 wheel weights, and 4 more suitcase weights hanging on it just to keep the back end on the ground, and it will lift enough that the front end or back end still gets light in the tires. That tractor's a hydro. It's got 2 foot pedals to run it, one forward, one back. A couple years ago, I got down and I actually had the motor took apart on that tractor when I had managed to cut my thumb off. And I did not think I would ever get it back together. And I actually paid a guy to take it home with him. I thought I didn't have anything to lose, and he took it home and finished overhauling the motor. It was leaking out the bottom sleeves, leaking antifreeze into the oil, and do that with age. And I think we had overheated it a time or two. And anyway, it was leaking, and so I ordered a whole new kit for it. And I had all the parts for it here on that accident. When I had that accident, but I didn't think I'd ever get it put back together. But he put it back together for me and done a fine job, and it works very, very, very well. The last 2 things, both skid loaders. This is a LX 885 New Holland turbo, like a 64 horsepower or something like that. It's a heavy loader. It's got enough oomph to pick up a little more than a ton. This one here, and believe it or not, it's only got like 2,500 hours on it, but it smokes like a house fire. This one here is a LS 160. Haven't had it very long. I'd like to tell you what year it is. I think it's like a 02. And it only has less than 1,300 hours on it, and we have found that it is extremely, extremely handy. Got the quick attach deal on it, and as you can tell by just in this picture, you can see the sphere, the bucket, the forks, and the hay loader. I've also got a rock bucket that we use to load firewood with. Man, that thing's just handy for everything. So I don't know, that's not all my tractors, I know that for sure. I have another 1086 which I have loaned out to Scott right now. You've seen it in one of my hay baling videos if you look back far enough. And I also have a 706 gas tractor that has a cab on it, loaned out to Scott. Second tractor I ever bought. We used it to mow hay with and to bale with from time to time whenever we was custom baling, when I custom baled with my folks. And I think that's all the tractors I've got. But if it's not, don't tell Anita. Catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, hit the like button, tell your friends, mention my channel to other people, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. Doesn't cost a thing, and you'll get notices when I put up a new video. Hope y'all are having a great Friday, and we'll talk to you later.